It's showtime. You're looking live at the greatest college football podcast of all time. I'm your host. I'm the coach, Coach Cass. We're here. We're coming live and local. All right. Say hi to some folks in the chat. East Coast Ken, what's going on? Cajun Cohen, Hunter Boo, what's happening? Brian Stewart, that's right. All right, our first panelist. He says the West Coast is the best coast. I don't know what I normally say about him, but it's good enough. He's so cool that Snap-on named a color after him. Please welcome to the show, Cool Jude Santa Cruz. What's up?
So guys, right on.
Can I tell everybody your news if they didn't hear? So Jude's got a new, and he gets to wear a freaking awesome haircut now too. See, he's got no backwards hat, nothing. That's a good do, man. I like it.
I had to, man. My bandana was. I mean, I just got home and I washed my face and everything, but my bandana was saturated with. Well, you know what it's like.
Yep.
You know what it's like. I was like, I can't wear that.
Well, hey, we'll save that for a like a Text Talking Shop live stream where we'll talk about like how grimy we get.
All right, for sure.
Yep. All right. Our next panelist, he's the beast from the East. He's the longest standing assistant to the president of the Doug Flutie fan club. And he said, kids, eat your Flutie flakes. Please welcome Lindsay Coyle.
Yeah, you'll see a podcast entitled Working for a Living with Cass and Jude. What it's like to break a sweat.
Sweating your balls off with Cass and Jude. Look for it this spring on YouTube. All right, coming to us from parts unknown, please welcome Cousin Eddie.
Careful.
Oh, man, we are live. What is up? Diabolical 58, what's up? Bocce, what's up? Everybody having fun? Hey, this is technically the last stream of the year. We'll let everybody filter in here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I have botched the end of the season giveaway over and over and over and over and over. Like getting a video out. So we're not even going to do that. I'm going to give y'all 3 trivia questions. You're not going to answer them until we hit overtime. The first person to answer the 3 trivia questions correct when we hit overtime wins the grand prize. And you want to know what you're playing for? Lindsay, show prize part number 1. You will get your very own bocce ball. All right, prize number 2. You will get a shirt in a plastic bag of your size that says Wide Right CFB. You will be part of the coolest gang of folks on YouTube. And what's sad is the panelists don't have shirts except for me. That's pretty bad. Actually, this is one of them is Jude's, one of them Lindsay's, and 2 of them are bocce's. And I got a JWC Tech. It's got a bocce ball as well going to them. So what's going to happen is after everybody wins the prizes, I'm going to mail them out all at the same time. So mid-season, end of season, partial season, I don't know. You're going to win a bocce ball. You're going to win a shirt with your size on it. You're going to win a, what are we doing, $25 or $50 gift card?
We're each doing 25, aren't we, or something like that? We're both doing 50.
Why don't we do a 50 to bocce and a 50 to the new winner?
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So there you go. And 2 $50 gift cards to, well, one each. Or one $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. So all you got to do is come up with the correct answer. So we're going to read the questions in the 4th quarter. And then you'll answer them correctly in overtime. When I say it's time to answer. So Brian Stewart, if you want to win, you need to be paying attention. All right. Hey, guys. Y'all realize that, oh, wait. Somebody wants the parts cleaner to help with their sweaty balls. You never know. Lindsay may throw in a parts cleaner to help with their sweaty balls.
Nobody
Is that a possibility, Lindsay? Can we get a parts cleaner thrown in for some sweaty balls?
Yes.
We could also use some of that Lindsay soap for the same area.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, the parts cleaner.
Part cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to use the main cleaner on that.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
All right.
I just sent you $50 on PayPal.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right.
So I just passed that along to Cass.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure we put that on the lottery tickets tonight, Lindsay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, as long as I'm included if we win, I don't.
Jude, we only won $2 million, not $22 million. We'll split it with you 3 ways. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Can y'all believe that football season is over?
Damn, dude, it's crazy, man.
No,
Wild.
all season's still going.
This is like Jude would sing. This is the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most
usually USC is
wonderful
playing, it's
time
stressed
of the year.
I just can't believe that Alabama beat Georgia.
Doesn't ESPN use that song for bowl season?
Yeah, well, like back when we still had like TV that you had to run through a box to the television,
Yeah.
and you may have gotten cancer from the TV that you were playing too. You ever notice like the wall behind the TV had a shadow after you took it away? You're like, I don't think we should have been sitting this close. Kind of like the microwave.
Got a story for that. But, you know.
Hey, who called that Alabama Georgia game, Lindsay?
Somebody did,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was that was quite the call. I was talking to one of my customers the other night about it, who's a big college football fan, and he said he called that one too. So
Oh,
guys
I
who are
said
in the
first.
know saw that one coming.
Why isn't he watching the
Yeah,
stream? Have you
Brian
told him
Stewart
about
said-
the stream?
I did.
Brian Stewart said FSU got screwed. Very unfortunate what happened to them, but they didn't get screwed. They are not one of the 4 best college football teams in the country right now. The team that got screwed is Georgia.
Yes.
Georgia, regardless, they are still one of the 4. I don't know who you knock out. I really don't know. It's hard to say who you knock out. Probably Washington, if you ask me. I would bump Washington.
Wow.
Instead of Texas.
Man, Texas has a great win. You know, their loss was also the top 10 team. You know, that's a rough one. I mean, I would bump two 13-0 teams and bump Washington.
My biggest problem is why are we not to a 12-team playoff already?
In the immortal words of Vince McMahon, this is true for 2 teams, at least this year, FSU and Georgia. It's much like how Brett screwed Brett, FSU and Georgia screwed FSU and Georgia. It's FSU's fault. Mike Norvell's fault. That, 1, they're still in the ACC, and 2, that their backup quarterbacks could not play quarterback. Okay, great. Your defense really shined against Louisville, who lost to 6-5 Kentucky a week earlier. That Louisville team played football worse than the Covington Colts, all right? The Covington
That's
Colts
pretty
could
bad.
score more points that night.
Yeah, that's a
2,
true story.
Georgia, you lost your conference title game. Your 29-game streak is over. All the benefit of the doubt of 2 straight national titles goes away when you lose in your conference title game. It goes away. And for those that are, Texas shouldn't have been there. Well, you should have told Alabama in week 2 to beat them instead of losing by 10. And then Texas has 1 loss on the year. And you go sit there, well, they played TCU close. Well, they also got 30 flags that game. And it's a diametrically proven now through stats that Texas is one of the top 10 most flagged teams in the country. Number 1 in the Big 12. Most in pre-snap penalties. Things that are not controlled by the players, but instead by the refs. So Texas deserves to be there. They have one of the most talented rosters. Or sorry, post-snap. I meant post-snap.
Hunter sounds a little angry. Hey, Hunter, I need to tell you one thing real quick. Hold on a second, son.
You know you got in, right?
Take a breath. Take a breath.
You know you
Yeah,
got in.
Texas
right?
is in the playoff. All right, you do realize they're not going to kick them out.
They're not going to.
All the people that are upset right now that Texas is in the playoff, it doesn't matter what they think. They're going to still play the game. Son.
Texas is out
And
of
at the
playoff.
end of the day, if you want an answer to why FSU didn't get in the playoff over Alabama or Texas, it's really simple. The SEC was always going to have a representative. Texas earned their spot no matter what. The committee even said it. They wouldn't rank the top 3 teams after the conference title games before they ranked number 4. They decided that Texas was better than FSU or Alabama. When they went back to that committee to figure out who's number 4 is, they went and said Bama or FSU. Should FSU be in the playoff? I think so. I don't think the SEC should have had a representative this year. Alabama is a great team, and it will be as long as Nick Saban's the coach. But they were not one of the 4 most deserving teams. But the committee said in the beginning of the year, it's not about deserving, and it's not about best. It's about a confluence of the two. And really what they meant to say is we're going to put the SEC champion in the playoff unless they have 2 losses, and even so, they probably make it.
Hey, they could have gone and made it a 12. They could have gone and easily added and made this thing work. They were like, you know what? We'd have to at least have.
They could have just added 2 teams and gave the number 1 and 2 seeds a bye.
I mean, they could have fixed this thing. I'm telling you, money talks. That's all I got to say. I mean, you got plenty of bowl games and plenty of places to play. You just add 2 teams, they would have.
I'm going to answer East Coast Ken and Brian Stewart here with the teams complaining about refs. It's a proven stat. You can look it up. I will actually find a way to post it here. But Texas is one of the most flagged teams in post-snap penalties in the country. Number 1 in the Big 12. Alabama is top 20. Number 1 in the SEC. Georgia was number 2 in the SEC.
You know who's surprisingly low is what I thought was
Oklahoma.
It was Oklahoma. They get a ton in the Big 12. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the first quarter. We got to start talking about football games. We got 41 games to talk about. That's not a few. That's a lot. Y'all ready to rock and roll?
82 teams make bowl games.
Yeah,
Yes, they did.
Okay. So technically it's 40 games because the national championship counts as one, but it still is 80 teams or 79 in Texas A&M. However you want to look at it.
25, 30,
Well,
35, 40.
All right. Y'all want to talk about the Sun Belt? Hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a guy. So this is going to fall back onto remember how we were doing where I give y'all interception or a fumble if there's a game that one of y'all wants to steal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a guy, one of you guys, and then I'm going to allow one of y'all to steal the game from the other one if you want. So in the first and second quarter, unlimited interceptions and fumbles.
well,
Actually,
Third
84
quarter.
teams made a bowl game. Not counting the national title. There's 42 bowl games.
Third quarter, we're going to limit it to 2 or 3. And then the fourth quarter, well, you'll have 1. So you might want to decide how you want to look at it. So I'm going to play it up. I already know. I got, and we have bowl games that do not matter. Instead of game of the week that does not matter, we have bowl games that do not matter. And we have the G5 bowl game of the year. Y'all ready to go?
Hey, real quick, can I just respond to a comment Pat CV made before we start? Hey, Pat, I get what you're saying because they play in the SEC, but they also have Middle Tennessee and Chattanooga on their schedule. Chattanooga being a late November game, so
and USF.
I didn't want to say them because they're Division I. They got some players, but them as well. But that's a cupcake, man. Those are a couple of cupcakes right there.
I mean, to be fair, Florida is also a cupcake for FSU. I mean, come on.
Hey, Florida played Northern Alabama.
No, they didn't. Florida State did.
Florida State, whatever. I don't know. I'm just here. All right, let's start off. We're going to start off with Hunter. Hunter, this is right up your alley. Georgia Southern at Ohio, 10 a.m. Saturday, September. Here we go. Brain's already on vacation. December 16th at 10 a.m. on ESPN, the 4-letter network from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Kakalaki. We got the Georgia State Screaming Eagles, or Georgia Southern. Southern Screaming Eagles taking on the Bobcat from Ohio. Hunter, what do you got on this one, bud?
I mean, these are 2 really good teams. But I think Ohio's had a lot better they're a lot more complete of a team, but then again, their quarterback is in the transfer portal. So really, Georgia Southern's one not as ravaged by the portal at this game than Ohio. But I'm still going to give the edge to the Bobcats here. They have a good run game. They have a very good defense. I'm going to go edge Bobcats.
Bobcats. I'm going to make my notes here. So when we have our wrap-up show, I can rub it in your faces when I win and y'all lose. All right, like I said, if any of y'all want to intercept, we have unlimited first and second quarter.
I'm good on
Anybody want to pick up a fumble on that one? No? Bueller? Anyone? Here, hold on.
Miller.
All right, everybody looks excited to be here. All right. From Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana at 1:15 p.m. on ESPN. These are all December 16th games. We have the Jacksonville State Gamecocks taking on the University of Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I know who Boo Luke Cat's going to pick in this one. Jude, you tell me who you're going to pick in this one.
I'm taking Jackson State. I think they've had a better season and they want to cap it off with a bowl win. I'm not sure. It's smaller schools like this. I doubt they're going to have players sitting out bowl games. But
Jacksonville State, they're a team on the rise because they got Rich Rod is doing things there in Jacksonville, Alabama.
And they finished 8-4. You know, that's not they had a solid season. If you go 9-4, you got Rich Rod, who's a proven recruiter and a proven winner in Division I college football. There's a lot for them to play for, and he's going to have them hyped up. And I'm going to take Jacksonville State to win. Jacksonville State to win. All right, Lindsay, on December 16th, from FBC Mortgage Stadium in Orlando, Florida, we have the Miami of Ohio Redhawk taking on the Mountaineers from Appalachian State. What do you got on this one, Lindsay? A MAC team versus a Sunbelt team.
Yeah, and they're playing in what might be the most exciting name for a bowl game this year, the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
Avocados from Mexico.
Hey, I was brought up, those are avocados.
I don't know what I like better, that or the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, or maybe the famous Toastery Bowl.
I know what bowl game I like the most. Big Surf Pro fan here.
Surf Pro. All right, Lindsay, you gotta give me a winner and why.
I'm gonna pick Appalachian State to win this one. They've had a better consistency, I think, this year. I look for their defense to be better than the Miami of Ohio, and therefore they will hold down their scoring opportunities and will prevail by 10 points.
All righty. Jude, I always say the West Coast is the best coast, and you can't spell Santa Cruz without S and C. Jude, tell me about on December 16th at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ABC. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, we have the UCLA Bruins taking on the Boise State Broncos. Who are you picking on this one, Jude? And why?
Well, UCLA is going to be bus lagged, from that 30-minute or 25-minute bus ride all the way over there.
Closer to the actual stadium.
So SoFi Stadium is actually just a giant gazebo, really. But Boise State's not what they used to be. UCLA, even though they started strong, they were ranked for a long time. They beat, the greatest college football program in the history of college football, 38-20 this year. But
oh man, Jude, you bring humor to the show.
I think they got it in them. I think the UCLA should prevail. They're probably going to be a favorite by like 1 or 2 points, I'm guessing.
2 points.
Is it a 2-point spread?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be that close. I think UCLA is going to win by a touchdown, maybe 10.
All right. You heard it here first. So, if they lose, whose fault is it?
Hey, check this out, though. Look at this comparison. UCLA's quarterback versus Boise State's quarterback. Their yards, 16-10 and 17-52. Interceptions and touchdowns, 11 TDs and 9 interceptions each. They're, pretty evenly ranked quarterbacks.
But the problem is with that, Jude, is both quarterbacks are the transfer portal.
Oh, shoot. So they're probably not even going to play.
Oh, man. All right.
Now
that we have that.
But I don't think I like it anymore.
It's only good when it brought you Caleb Williams. After that, terrible. Bad for football.
You got us Caleb Williams.
All right. After the awkward silence. Hey, we're gonna do a partial giveaway at halftime too. So stay tuned at halftime too. We're gonna give a small giveaway at halftime as well. I just pulled the trigger on that since we got so many people watching right now. This is the best numbers we've had. So let's send it. All right, Hunter. on December 16th at 8:15 p.m. Central Time on ESPN from Independence Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana. We got the Cal Golden Bears taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Can you believe that Texas Tech's playing in a bowl game?
Can both these teams lose?
It's
Could
possible.
if you wanted them to.
I'm
Hey,
gonna go.
the city of Shreveport's losing because they got both these teams playing there.
Yeah, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh,
I
break
just from our non-panel member who is a member of the crew because she is here every week, start to finish. Just messaged me and she said that she wants to donate her Buffalo Wild Wings gift card to someone else. So she doesn't need the gift card. We can give it to two different members in the audience.
Very nice.
She's just hoping I send the gift. I mean, like right now, there's a lot of empty promises right here. Well, do y'all want to put that at the end of the show giveaway or at the halftime giveaway?
However you want to go.
Man, we'll see what happens. We'll get to halftime and decide then. All right, Hunter, who are you picking on this Cal Texas Tech game?
I'm going with, because their offensive coordinator has left for Baylor, the Cal Golden Bears. It can only get better since Jake Spavital is not there, right?
Oh man, he almost answered it like Jim Carrey. Well, now that you ask, let me tell you what I really think. Can you give me any insight? Is Cal going to do something? Are they going to get spat on by Texas Tech, or what are we talking here?
Well, we're not going to bring that up. But we are going to bring up the fact that since Jake Spavital is not going to be there to call plays, they won't be throwing outside screens like their life depends on it. They'll probably actually run an offense that's watchable. And they also don't have a bunch of players in the portal. Texas Tech, for their part, has a lot of guys that are now hurt. So their best wide receivers are in the portal. And for an air raid team, when your best wide receivers are in the portal, that's kind of a problem. I mean, both these teams are kind of really on the schneid, to be perfectly honest. But Cal does have 3 straight wins, while Texas Tech is coming off 3 close wins and being absolutely smothered by Texas. So we'll see how they respond. I do like the Golden Bears here, especially since their offensive coordinator is not there.
All right, you heard it here first. Hunter's taking Cal, the Golden Bear. All righty. Lindsay, on Monday, December 18th at 1:30 p.m., what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be watching Western Kentucky beat Old Dominion.
You know, that game's happening on ESPN from Jerry Richardson Stadium in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina.
They're playing
So,
the
Lindsay-
famous Toastery Bowl.
Casual Pants Fridays.
You're just going to, Lindsay, at some point, you're just going to have to be like, that's the greatest name I've ever heard for, like a bowl game. You just
But
have to
there's
hit
so
that with me.
many.
The famous Toastery Bowl.
Yeah, there's the
What
Duke's
is
Mayo
exactly
Bowl.
what is exactly is a toastery?
I don't know, but it's
I'm
But it's
kind of
famous,
interested in this
from what
toastery.
I've heard.
Is it famous?
That's according to the name of the game, it is.
The famous Toastery Bowl.
There's a Pop Tarts Bowl.
Pop
How
Tarts.
did New
With an
Mexico
edible trophy.
14
What-
games before a bowl game?
Who's that?
New Mexico State's 10-4. Is that correct? And
Yep.
The bowl game would be their 15th game this year.
Yeah, because they played the conference championship game, and they played a 2
And the
division
Hawaii
team.
exemption and conference championship game.
Okay.
All right, Lindsay, who are you picking in between Western Kentucky and Old Dominion?
I like Western Kentucky. Coaching. They have a better game plan going in. They'll execute it better than Old Dominion will.
So, okay, Lindsay, I hate to tell you this. The Western Kentucky coach took another job.
Doesn't matter. The game
I'm
plan's-
kidding. I just wanted to see what your response was.
Oh, yeah. Tell that to Jim
Tyson
Harbaugh.
Helton
Does it
take another
matter?
job.
Does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Jim Harbaugh wasn't there to win.
Hey, Lindsay. So on Tuesday, December 19th at 8 p.m. on ESPN from Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas, the UTSA Roadrunners are taking on the Thundering Herd of Marshall. What do you got on this one? UTSA's coach flirted with a lot of Power 5 teams, but didn't get the job. Do you think he's going to have a little something extra for Marshall? Marshall, who kind of limped into the end of the season.
Well, if they weren't playing in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, yes. But because they are, no. And I like Marshall in this one, hands down. I think it's going to be kind of a blowout, a little disappointing show for UTSA. I would look for Marshall to win by probably 3 touchdowns.
If only Marshall's both their quarterbacks have seen playing time this year weren't in the transfer portal.
You want to change that, Lindsay?
I'll stand by. it.
UTSA has a quarterback that's been on campus. He went to school at the same time Hunter did. Actually, I think he's a year older. He went a year before Hunter. He's still on campus.
Does he have graying hair on the side? And
Doesn't have any.
He's collecting a retirement check from the state right now. All right, that's going to wrap up quarter number 1. Can y'all believe how fast the pregame in quarter 1 went? That's unreal. All right, we're going to start the second quarter here in just a second. Remember, y'all can steal it anytime, any game. Just letting you know. Unlimited steals in the first and second quarter here. Get on to our second one. Jude at 7 p.m. on ESPN on, what day is that? Thursday, December 21st from FAU Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. The USF Bulls take on the Syracuse Orange. Who are you taking in this one, Jude?
Wow.
And it's the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. So in a state that sees a lot of hurricanes, probably a decent sponsor for the game.
I'm going to say as long as the Bulls quarterback is not in the transfer portal, I'm going to take South Florida. They do have a pretty good quarterback. I don't know his first name, but I believe his last name is Brown. Byron Brown. Yeah, he's a pretty good player, and if he plays in this bowl game, I think he'll lead him to a win.
He is not in the transfer portal, as far as I know.
There we go.
All right. On Friday, Hunter. On Friday, December 22nd at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN from the Ray J in Tampa, Florida, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are taking on the UCF Golden Knights, 2017 national champions.
Well, this game is an exciting game to pick here. Both teams fought to get into the bowl game season this year. Both are led by iconic coaches. Of course, UCF led by one of the most impressive coaches in Gus Malzahn. Georgia Tech led by their very own Brent Key. I like Brent Key a lot. I like how Haynes King has revived his career here at Georgia Tech. It doesn't matter. UCF is going to run the ball left, right, down the middle, just like the Gus Bus calls. A lot of option, a lot of RPO, and a lot of beating your Gus Malzahn's words, ass. So UCF will win this game. They'll cover this 4.5 point spread, and the over will hit at 64.5.
Are you outside doing this right now? I mean, like you're kind of broken up there, bud.
Sorry. UCF by 4.5, and the over at 64.5.
All right. On Saturday, December 23rd, 11 a.m. from Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the 76 Birmingham Bowl. And the matchup is from the Sun Belt. The Troy Trojans are taking on ACC's own, and, they hired a new coach this week. Duke Blue Devils and Manny Diaz. Jude, who's winning this game between Troy and Duke?
Trojans, baby, all the way.
Always going to stick with the Trojans, right? They'll never let you down in a tough spot, huh?
Only let me down 5 times this year.
Hey, there's 2 things you don't want to be without in a small town. That's Trojans and taillights. That's all I'm telling you. You got anything else?
No, I got Troy in this game. Duke, I think their coach went to A&M, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And their quarterback's in the portal.
Yeah, so they're and their quarterbacks in the portal. Yeah, so for sure, yeah, Troy's probably gonna walk all over. Troy's a good team.
All right. On December 23rd, the Camellia Bowl featuring the Arkansas State Red Wolves and the Northern Illinois University Husky happens at 11 a.m. on ESPN from Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. Hunter, what do you have? Arkansas State. I know how much you like Arkansas State too. No, you're Butch Jones guy.
Huge Butch Jones guy.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Huskies here. And if you're into prop bets, and we don't advocate gambling here, but I would say take the over on the rush yards in the game. There's going to be a lot of them. Both these teams run the ball a lot. That's where they found their most success. But I'm going to roll with the Northern Illinois Huskies. I think they just barely edge out the Arkansas State Red Wolves here. Arkansas State's got a 1 point on the spread, but I'm going to go with Northern Illinois. The over-under is 53.5. I like the under here.
All right, Lindsay. I'm sorry. I got to pull this game from you. I apologize. I'm gonna make it up to you here in just a second. You get to call back-to-back games.
Okay.
I forgot. We also have our salute to service. We're gonna cover the Army-Navy game at halftime. Then we'll give a smaller prize away. But I got to know what Jude's thinking on this one. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl comes to you from Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, Texas, on December 23rd at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN. Featuring the James Madison Dukes and the Air Force Flying Falcons. Flying Falcons. Fighting Falcons. I don't know. The Air Force Falcons. Jude, I know Air Force is your team. Is the Air Force going to go ahead and give the Dukes another L this year?
No, I don't think they're. I mean, I that's who I want. That's what I think should happen. But I don't know what happened to Air Force. I mean, after starting up 8-0, they're on a 4-game skid right now. It's just crazy. They're not playing very good football at all. But that is my Armed Forces team that I've been covering all year. James, man, what a tough matchup. James Madison. I can't pick against Air Force. I have to take them to win, but I think it's going to be a heck of a game. I'm going to say they squeak one out and kick a last-second field goal.
All righty. So you're going to go James Madison.
No. I'm going Air Force.
Air Force. All right. We're taking the Service Academy here. Hunter.
James Madison, that barely, man. An overtime loss to Appalachian State from being 12-0. They're a good team.
I'm going to tell you, this is one game I'm not going to watch right here. This next one I'm going to talk about. On December 23rd at 2:30 p.m. from Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho, on the blue field, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl featuring the Georgia State Panthers and the Utah State Aggies.
What's
Hunter.
horrendous is that both these teams have blue colors. God.
Maybe
Little
they'll
known fact about
fall
me,
into-
I hate the Boise State field. But I'm going to go with the Utah State Aggies here. Their coach has won a bowl game that I know of. So I'm going to go with the Utah State Aggies. The spread is Utah State at minus half a point. I don't know why this is not straight up. The over-unders at 62.5. I can see that happening. I'll just take Utah State and the over here.
Remember, any time in the first half, you can steal.
I'm going to have to say Utah State's going to win this game too. It's going to be a hard game to watch, though. There's two fields. I believe the other one's Eastern Washington, but Boise State, that is a very difficult team.
Who's got there's another team that has a gray field, and I thought I'd like the gray field.
Eastern
So
Michigan.
I watched the game, and I was like, "Bleh."
It doesn't look gray enough.
Eastern Michigan.
Which is as a point of clarification, it's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, not the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. It's a subtle but distinct difference.
Whoa. Getting too
All
far
right.
out. in
You heard it
advance
here
there,
first
Lindsay.
from
That's right.
Lindsay Coyle. He's our official linguist.
That's the hard-hitting analysis you come to expect here at Wide Right CFB.
All
Our
right,
sports
Lindsay.
journalism is top notch.
If you like that on Saturday, December 23rd at 6 p.m. on ESPN from Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, Alabama, the University of South Alabama Jaguars are taking on the Eastern Michigan
Eagles.
whatever they are. Eagles. In the 68 Ventures Bowl, Lindsay, who are you taking in this one?
This is a tough one. I kind of have to flip a coin, but I would go with South Alabama.
Alabama.
They're playing at their home stadium.
So they've
But they're
got
the visitor.
everything
Does that mean
going
they have to
their way.
dress in the visitor locker room?
I don't know.
I would go with them only because I have to pick somebody.
All right. On Saturday, December 23rd at 6:30 p.m. on ABC From Allegiant Stadium in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl featuring the Utah Utes taking on the Wildcats from Northwestern. Northwestern, not a team to sleep on. I might take the fumble on this one from Lindsay. Lindsay, tell me what you think on this one.
Yeah, I can't see how you go against Utah on this. I would give them this one hands down. I think they're going to handily win by at least 2 touchdowns.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fumble on this one. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Northwestern shuts Utah down. This is gonna be a tight game. Northwestern's gonna win by 6 points.
Whoa.
6 points. But Lindsay's gonna go with Utah. Cass is gonna go with Northwestern on the fumble. I'm telling you, you still got 10 minutes to steal, or 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to steal some more games here. All right. This game happens on Saturday, December 23rd at 9:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN from Clarence TC Ching Athletic Complex in Honolulu, Hawaii. Jude, tell me about the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking on the San Jose State Spartans.
Oh, what a nice bowl game to be able to go hang out. Take your teams to your powerhouse 7-5 teams to Hawaii for the weekend or for the week or however long they're going to be there. But San Jose State they've got a pretty good offense. Corderio, I believe, is their quarterback, and I remember when he played SC. I mean, he had a good season. I'm just going to take San Jose State. I think they're probably at least a 2 or 3 point favorite, but I'm going to say they're going to win by like 10 or 12.
Of course, the guy from California is going to pick them. I would too, because Tim Beck's a terrible head coach, and once Coastal figures that out, they're going to fire him too.
They are San Jose State's also on a 5-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's roll with it, right?
They also don't have to fly across Coastal's got to fly 16 hours to go to Hawaii.
It's all right. Coastal's going to fly the other way.
I was going to fly to Dubai, stop off, pick up some gold bars, some oil money.
Yeah. They're gonna go chill at the Burj Khalifa. Alrighty.
Play some live golf.
Before we go any further, I'm just gonna let everybody know at halftime we're gonna have a small prize giveaway. You guys stay tuned for the big giveaway. Also at halftime we're gonna cover Army, Navy, and our Heisman picks. And the guys only get one name they're gonna throw out there for the Heisman winner. One name only. So stay tuned. In about 2.5 minutes, we're gonna pop over and do that. As soon as I find out where my notes are. All right, Hunter. On Tuesday, December 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time from Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. I'm kidding, Hunter. I'm going to give this one to Jude. The Bowling Green State University, whatever they are, just taking on the Golden Gopher from Minnesota. Jude, who are you taking in this game?
I thought you had to be at least 500 to get into a bowl game.
Minnesota got in because their power ranking.
No, because of their grades.
Because of their what?
Grades. Academic success rate.
Oh, jeez.
We're really digging at the bottom of the barrel on this thing.
Well, even though they're only 5-7, they do play a tough schedule in the Big Ten. I'm going to go and take Minnesota to win by 10.
All right. You heard it here first. Okay. So that was Quick Lane Bowl. So the next bowl game, if the stars align, if the crop circles circle, you might see 2 people that you see on panel right now at that game. So you might want to stay tuned to Instagram. But if not, we're at least going to have the second best seat, and that's sitting in front of the TV at the house. On Tuesday, December 26th at 4:30 p.m. on ESPN from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in beautiful Dallas, Texas. The Serve Pro First Responders Bowl featuring the Texas State Bobcats taking on those pesky Owls from Rice. Who do you got? Hunter.
JT Daniels medically retired, not because of concussions, but because of the fear that Ben Bell has put into him. the fear that the Texas State Bobcat offense will shred the Rice Owls' feathers and tear them limb from limb as the Texas State Bobcats, led by G.J. Kinney, will smash, tar, feather, defeather, cook and boil and then eat the Rice Owls and consume food on the field in Dallas, Texas, as the Texas State Bobcats will win their first bowl game in FBS history. Texas State by 70-0.
Okay. You heard that here, folks. Too.
Oh man, I think we're gonna watch this one from the house. I maybe I retract the previous statement about me going to the bowl game. I definitely don't want to have you in public. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you, kid?
I
No,
went
you should
to
go
the
to the
best
game.
school ever.
You should go to the game with a sign 70-0. I called it. Hold it up. You'll get some TV time with that.
Oh
sign.
man, I hope they don't lose 70-0. That'd be
Well,
embarrassing.
You're not saying who's winning.
Oh,
'cause,
man.
you know,
ESPN's matchup predictor is wrong. It shouldn't say 39% for the Bobcats. It should say 100% because the Owls are afraid.
Who?
the Bobcat might be fast, but the Owl sees at night.
I got that
They
funny.
can worry about their grades. We party here in San Marcos. I played rugby, and we played the Rice's rugby team, and they only had 16 players. And they talked mess to us before the game, and they had a player with a rather funny feature that Dad knows about. We
You had a big ass. Ginormous. I mean, it was massive. I ain't never
We
seen an ass that
proceeded
big on a
to
human
his
with a normal waist size.
We proceeded to kick his ginormous ass 101 points to 0. It is a fact that the Rice rugby team and the Rice football team are property of Texas State Athletics.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's hit halftime before Hunter blows a blood vessel or the cops show up and beat us down or something. All right, we're at halftime. We're going to talk about Army, Navy, and the only person I know to talk about Army, Navy I might need to give a break to, but let's go ahead and let's transition into Army, Navy, son. Let's hear about it.
All right. So this is a game between two teams that are 6-5. I believe that Navy is ineligible for a bowl game no matter what. I think both teams technically are ineligible because they weren't bowl eligible before Selection Sunday, which I think is a little bit BS that they can't be added in or something like Minnesota can't be dropped for one of them because, one of these teams is going to have to be 6-6. But I don't know the spread. It doesn't really matter. This is the greatest rivalry in college football. Iron Bowl, the big game, Texas OU, doesn't matter. This is the greatest rivalry in college football. I'm not going to ever pick against Navy. I never have and I never will, especially now that I am a Marine. Let's go Navy, beat Army, sing second.
All righty. So, Heisman Trophies this Saturday. Who's winning it? Lindsay, who do you have? One name only? Don't give me two names. They'll say, well, if this and that. Nope, one name alone.
But he has 3 names.
Okay, well,
Michael Penix Jr.
all right. That's who you're picking. All right. Left coast is the best coast. What do we have?
Michael Penix Jr.
Uh-oh. All right, Hunter. Third coast is the best coast. I don't know. Third coast is the worst coast. I don't know. What are we talking about? Hunter, one name only. Who's winning the Heisman Trophy?
Go Tigers.
That's not a name. That's a saying.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. All right, you heard it here first. All right, I'm going to throw this name out. I'm going to throw this question out. I don't know the exact answer. I'll have it figured out here in just a second. Trivia time. I'm picking Jaden Daniels as well. He's the most electric man in college football and sports entertainment. All right.
Most electric men in college football watched the Florida State game with a cast on his leg.
Whoa.
I was electrified when I saw that thing dangle. I was like, oh, my God.
Man. All right. Hunter, I need you to look up these This is going to be for college football, not pro, for college football. How many rushing touchdowns did Earl Campbell have in college football? Now, I'm going to tell you what the prize is. You're going to win an additional bocce ball. And what are we going to do? Are we going to add the $50 an hour at the end of the show, Jude?
Either way, we do 1 and 1. We're doing 2 of them, right?
Yeah. All right, you're going to win this and a bocce ball. What you got to tell me right now is how many rushing touchdowns did Earl Campbell have in college? Hunter's looking it up. He's going to give us the answer as soon as somebody gives us an answer.
I got it.
What's that? All right. First, you're watching the chat.
Yeah.
We got about 5 minutes left in halftime. If nobody answers by the end of halftime, I'm throwing it away.
All right, Brian Stewart
says
has
at
logged
least
his
one.
guess.
This isn't Price is Right. I mean, you got to like
Without going over, how many rushing touchdowns?
yes or no. Did Earl Campbell play? No, come on. Give me an exact. Everybody's got the Google machine. You're gonna get a $50 gift card and a bocce ball.
It's just
All-
a question of who can Google fastest.
I guess my question for you is, can you read my handwriting? I handed you the 3 questions.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Thanks for having me do all that work.
No, that's for the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
Boo doesn't know, but he's not here for the prizes. So
A man of
All
the
right.
people. A man of the people.
That's how you email me your email there, or your contact information. We got 3.5 minutes left. If nobody gets it right, no, sorry, Anthony, that's not right.
no,
It's how many touchdowns did Earl Campbell have in college?
Ryan
Rushing.
Stewart says 40.
Brian Stewart's got it.
All right,
Is it 40?
It is 40.
Brian Stewart, you won a
Actually,
bocce ball.
thumbs up. How many yards?
It's 4,300. I know that.
4,400.
Brian Stewart, email me at widerightcfb@gmail.com. And it looks like widerightcfb@gmail.com. Email me there with your address and let me know, and I will ship your prize off to you on Monday. All the prizes are going to go out on Monday now. So JWC Tech, Bocce, and now Brian Stewart. There you go.
You can all get late
Our big
prizes.
winner.
Congratulations, Brian.
Oh,
Enjoy the beat
good
ups.
job, man.
Enjoy the bocce ball.
Is there a B-dubs in Wisconsin? We're just spitballing there.
We'll
Maybe
get you a Culver's gift card.
Culver's. You can go get a Butterburger.
Enjoy some cheese
curds.
Some fried cheese curds.
Oh, Brian's probably going to come over to the house and whip the shit out of me for saying that. Oh, he said, yes,
No, I
there
said
is.
no,
Okay.
yes, there is.
All right, there we go. Courtesy of Bocce's Blankets and More, Brian Stewart is our big halftime winner of the last
Hooray.
show of the season. Monday of
Kind of.
December 2025. She knows me so well. It'll be this Monday, 2023, Bocce.
Greatness
Monday,
requires
December of 2025, I'll probably be going to the moon. Or the projected light.
One of these
sky.
days, Alice. One of these days.
Brian, when you're at B-Dubs, take a selfie in front of the sign, holding your gift card, and we'll send it to one of us, and we'll post it on Wide Right.
You better drink $50 worth of booze and send us your mugshot.
Be the first person in your town to get cut off at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mugshots. All I'm
you
saying
will
is you go
be-
to
And you
busted.com.
will be Wide Right CFB's Heisman Trophy winner of our own choosing.
We'll give you a Heisman Trophy. We'll go get you a little plastic trophy that says Heisman Trophy, and you can hold it up next to your mugshot. Maybe the Heisman Trophy will be holding like a placard, like, eh. All right, it's time for enough of this tomfoolery. Let's get into the third quarter. Just a quick announcement. All right, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, I'm going to read off 3 questions. They all have answers. At overtime, I'm going to say, okay, first person answer, you're going to win the grand prize, the Wide Right CFB t-shirt, the bocce ball, and the $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. All brought to you by your friends at Wide Right CFB, Lazy South Designs, and of course, Bocce's Blankets and More. All right. Is everybody? Boo says he's deep frying chicken wings right now and drumsticks. So if you're hungry
Hell yeah.
and you're in Boo's neighborhood, swing on by and get yourself some chicken wings
And drumsticks.
and drumsticks. All right, we got 8 people watching. This is pretty consistent numbers here. All right, we're gonna roll on over into Wednesday, December 27th. At 1 p.m. on ESPN from the Navy Marine Corps Stadium, Memorial Stadium, Annapolis, Maryland. We got the Vatech Hokies taking on the Green Wave from Tulane. Lindsay, what do you got in this game?
Wait, who's playing?
Virginia Tech, the Hokies from
I thought I was looking at the wrong game. Never mind. Nope.
And Tulane, the Green Wave.
Oh,
This is the Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com. And they're not talking about the bowl game. They're talking about the plastic ball. Yeah, raise up in the
We're
air.
really mixing sponsors of these bowl games. Be that as it may, I'm picking Tulane in what's going to be a fairly close game. I would say no more than a touchdown will separate them, but Tulane will come out on top.
All right. On the same day, December 27th, 2023 at 4:30 p.m. on ESPN. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the Duke's Mayo Bowl with the North Carolina Tar Heels and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Hunter, tell me how this game is going to shake down. This is like almost a home game for 2 teams.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Mac Brown. This could be called the Brown Bowl. You think about it. Mac Brown, Neil Brown,
The Brown Bowl.
the Brown Bowl. I'm going to go with Pat McAfee's own West Virginia Mountaineers in this game. They only got ESPN has about a 39% chance to win, but they are -3 on the spread here. I like the Mountaineers to win this game. North Carolina's defense still can't stop anything. So we're going to roll with the Mountaineers here. And
All right. At 7 p.m. on Fox on December 27th from Petco Park in San Diego, California. San Diego's German translation is a whale's vagina. The number 15 Louisville Cardinal takes on the Trojans from USC. If you thought I was giving the game to Jude, you are not wrong. You are correct. Jude, tell me what's going on in this game. Just the season I'm giving.
Whew. All right. Caleb Williams, Miller Moss, I don't care who's our quarterback. With weeks to prepare, I feel sorry for Louisville, because if it's Caleb Williams' last game or if it's Miller Moss's first game, it's not going to be pretty for the Cardinals. USC is going to smash them. Louisville's probably favorite, I bet. If I had to guess, they're probably favored. How do we get the Holiday Bowl? 7-5 USC. That's on name recognition alone, right? To get it.
yes.
Jude, I'm telling you right now that USC might hold Louisville to the under. The team I watched on Saturday is not scoring 21 on
Louisville is -7.5.
There's no way they're beating USC.
I don't know what game they watched at Louisville. Like the last 2 games I've seen Louisville play, like you thought USC's defense was inept. I'm just gonna intercept here, I guess. You thought USC's defense was inept. Holy shit. Louisville's offense is the most sad thing I've ever had to witness. All right. I would rather watch the Notre Dame Bucks when Asa Parseghian was the coach. Ara Parseghian was the coach. Or freaking Newt Rockne. Holy shit. Whatever Jack Plummer does in his future career, I wish him plenty of luck, because he's going to need it, because his talents at football are worse than mine. I could have hit the throws that he had last week. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he ran into it with his face.
You heard it here second from Hunter.
Yeah, USC's going to get him. And it's just such
It's going to be a Lincoln Riley masterclass. It's going to be like a symphony, except it's be 80-0.
And just on a side note, I think we skipped the UNLV Kansas.
I would be careful about
It doesn't matter.
games. Remember the bowl games of the year that don't matter. Bowl games of the year that don't matter.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
skip. Don't worry. I've got the master list in front of me here.
All right. Sorry about that.
I was being kind. I gave you USC. Don't take my kindness for weakness. Oh man, I kid because I can. All right, there you go.
Is Pittsburgh losing? Oh, I got to check this out.
All right,
Oh my god!
all right. Tell us the score. Quick update from the NFLs.
At the half, Pittsburgh 10, New England 21.
Holy shit! What happened?
How's that
How are the
possible?
Patriots winning, Lindsay? The
Beats me and everyone else in New England. I don't know.
I thought
Oh,
they were
sorry,
tanking
no,
for Caleb Williams right now. How are they supposed to get Caleb Williams if they keep winning games?
No, I'm sorry. It's 20 seconds to go in the third. End of
I
the
never
third.
thought I'd live to see the Patriots have as bad a season as this.
They've had bad
At
seasons.
least
like this
Caleb
before.
Williams. will
Believe
be
me,
your
I know.
quarterback
I lived
next
through
year.
them, but I never thought I'd live to see another one this bad.
Another one.
Here we are.
Look, they're just tanking for Caleb Williams. Call for Caleb. All right. With that said, we're moving on to some better games. On December 28th, year of our Lord, 20 and 23, from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. I hate these games. I wish they would never play games at a baseball stadium. This is awful because these stadiums aren't meant for football games. But you hit the number 24 SMU Mustangs traveling to take on Lindsay's Eagles from Boston College. This is at 10 a.m. on ESPN. Lindsay, it's going to be like 4 in the morning at Jude's house when this game comes on.
It is. It's going to be early, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Who are you picking on this one, Lindsay?
SMU. You would have to have a screw loose to Big Boston College on this one.
Come on, Lindsay.
Boston College almost beat Florida State.
on his
Florida State
fan.
should be in the playoff.
He
They
is
got
on his
cheated.
fan.
Don't get me going on that. I got all kinds of problems with the top 4 teams right now. But
Except for
as much
Texas.
as I like BC and I will root for them, I don't believe they're going to win this one.
All right, Hunter.
Line?
Oh, and Lindsay, this is a all-name bowl too. All-name recognition. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Wasabi.
Because nothing says
Wasabi.
football like Fenway Park and wasabi. Am I right?
There we
Yep.
go.
Doug Flutie on one sideline, Eric Dickerson on the other.
Well, Eric Dickerson don't fly by plane no more. He's a
Gold
ground guy.
Trans Am.
Yeah. Just remember, A&M gave Eric Dickerson a gold Trans Am, and he went to SMU. Thanks to the car, suckers.
Hey, what was the name of the other running back that went to SMU? The white dude? He was pretty good too.
Craig James.
Yeah, Craig
He's
James.
a a-hole. All right, anyways, I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to get sued because he does live in the state. All right. Hunter, I'm going to give you a peach of a game. In fact, it's so good. They named it the Pop-Tarts Bowl from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The number 18 Wolfpack from North Carolina State are taking on the number 25 Kansas State Wildcats at 4:45 p.m. on the ESPN. Who are you taking, son?
Well, if the events of the week had not transpired, I would have taken K-State pretty comfortably. But now they don't have their offensive coordinator. Hell, they don't have one of their starting quarterbacks. I'm going to go with the Wolfpack here. Dave Doran has a very good team. They're 9-3. They're going to win this game. I'm going to check the spread here just to see who's favored. They got KSU favored. I think they're wrong. They got them favored in the predictor. I also think they're wrong. I'm going to go with the Wolfpack here and the under at 47.5.
All right, on Friday, December 29th at 11 a.m. Central Time on ESPN from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, the number 22 Clemson Tigers travel to take on the Wildcats from Kentucky. Jude, tell me who's winning and why.
Clemson's winning, and why? Because they have Dabo Swinney.
All right, we're going to take it. Lindsay, on Friday, December 29th at 1 p.m. on CBS. That's the Communist Broadcast Network. Oh, I'm kidding.
Jesus.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's
I was
Armed
trying to be.
Forces Network.
That's CBS Sports Network. From the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. Lindsay, it's the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. I did it just for you.
It's great.
It's great. It features the number 19 Oregon State Beavers, who don't have their quarterback. They don't have a coach. I don't think they have a chance taking
They don't
on
have the running
the
back.
number 16 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now, Lindsay, I know it pains you to pick Notre Dame, but you're going to pick Notre Dame because you're going to go cast it right. Oregon State is on a sinking ship.
Math proves the outcome of this game before it's even played. There's no way that Oregon State is gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they were shut out. Plain and simple.
Where's
Hey,
DJU
Christian.
going?
If we don't see a complete steamroll job by Notre Dame, it'll be crazy. So, although I have not seen the line on this game, I'd be interested to know what the
Notre Dame minus 8.5. Over under
Wow.
3.5.
That's,
8.5.
that's not as many. 8.5.
Good
Is
Lord.
Notre Dame only bringing half the team? Are they just going to show up with a defense?
It's the fact that it's halfway across the country.
Where is
Not really.
DJU?
It's El Paso to Illinois is not that far. They're not taking a covered wagon to the game.
Also, Notre Dame is like infamously bad in bowl games post 2000.
All right. From Simmons Bank, Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl featuring the Memphis Tigers taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. Jude, what do you got?
Memphis Tigers, Iowa State Cyclones. Memphis had a
Memphis is
pretty good season. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Memphis, even though they're the underdog. They had a pretty good season. They have some pretty good players. Their quarterback, unless he's in the transfer portal, I don't know.
Not.
He's a pretty good. I mean, he can sling the ball. He slinged the ball pretty well, and he got a 1,000-yard rusher too. So I'm going to go ahead and take Memphis to win by 3.
All right, on Saturday. Y'all ready for this? Check this date out. Saturday, December 30th. Can you believe December 30th already? Saturday, December 30th at 1 p.m. on ABC from Nesson Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. I know it's Nissan. I'm making a joke. From Nesson Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the TransPerfect Music City Bowl featuring the Auburn Tigers traveling to take on those pesky turtles from Maryland, the Terrapins. Hunter, what do you got on this game?
Well, I mean, as long as you can throw the ball more than 30 yards, you can score at Auburn at will, apparently. So I'm going to go with Maryland here. I mean, Tua Tagovailoa is not like the world's greatest quarterback, but he can chuck it. And as long as he can throw it 30 yards, he can score at will. I'm going to go with the Terrapins.
The Terrapins. All right. All right, Lindsay, I know you were complaining about the CFP's picks. So I'm going to give you this goose egg here. On Saturday, December 30th, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. We got at 3 p.m. on ESPN, the number 6 University of Georgia Dogs taking on the number 5 Florida State Seminoles. Lindsay, tell me in the shutout bowl, who do you got?
One of the biggest crimes in college football this year was what the people who do the rankings did to Georgia. I can't believe that one loss dropped them back to number 6, and I can't believe they're out of the top 4. I still think they're a superior team. I still think they're the team to beat, so I will pick them to beat Florida State, even though I like Florida State too because I really enjoyed how they played this year. They do not have what it takes to beat Georgia. I'm going to pick Georgia by 2 touchdowns on this one.
Georgia's
Georgia
the
might.
best team in the country.
I'm
Behind,
going to grab the fumble.
behind
on this.
Alabama right now.
I'm going to grab the fumble on this here. Lindsay, you said one of the biggest crimes is Georgia getting left out. Some people say one of the biggest crimes is FSU getting out. One of the biggest crimes is going to be what Georgia does to FSU. You barely beat Louisville, who I don't think they've ever had a 5-star. Georgia has 50 of them. You're not going to run the ball. You can't throw it. I've seen Tate Rodmaker play. I don't care. Oh, bro, they were valued because of Brock Glenn. I watched Tate Rodemaker play too. He sucks as well. Ass beating.
Is he done? Okay. I might have to. Hey, that's your last one of the third quarter. Mainly because the third quarter ended. We're on to the fourth quarter. Golly.
Ooh, trivia
Is it really the fourth
time.
quarter? Yeah, it's fourth quarter right now. We're like just clicking along.
Oh,
All right.
good game right here.
Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so this is what you're going to do. I'm going to give you the questions. When we hit the overtime, all right, not before, you're going to answer the questions. So I'm going to say them right now. I'll repeat them every 5 minutes. So 2 more times. All right. Who has the most consecutive bowl appearances in college football? That's the first question. Who has the most consecutive bowl appearances? Question number 2. Most points scored in a bowl game. That's question number 2. Okay. And then question number 3. What coach has the most bowl victories? All right. Give me those 3. Most consecutive bowl appearances. Most points in a bowl game. And a coach with the most bowl victories. Give me those 3 answers at overtime. I'll repeat the question at 1:10 in the broadcast.
I need a clarifying question on the first one. Is that for a player, a coach, or a team?
No, team. Most consecutive appearances by a team. I mean, because like players, like, okay, you got 5 bowl appearances. Congratulations.
Get a job.
But thank you for looking out for the brand there, Lindsay.
For the brand.
For the brand. I can't see the screen right now. My eyes are really blurred up. Alrighty. Jude, if I'm talking about high-level football games being played on Saturday, December 30th, are you thinking the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl featuring Toledo, the Rockets, taking on the Cowboys from Wyoming at 3:30 p.m. on the CW Network?
I'm on the wrong game. You tricked me. Go ahead.
This comes from Arizona Stadium in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Where's Joey Preciado at when you need him?
Oh, he's around. He's listening. He's hiding.
You know, Joey said, how do you feel about Texas buying their way into the college football playoff? And I told Joey that was money well spent.
Any way you can do it.
No one will ask my jokes anymore. I'm quitting after tonight.
Hey, so Joey's sending all the hate to you. I mean, he used to hate on my teams, and oh my
Oh,
goodness.
don't worry, dude. He still does. He just doesn't hate on them to you. He hates on them to me. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. He's still talking about you, just not to your face anymore. All right, Jude. We got the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl between Toledo and Wyoming. Who do you got?
Toledo, Wyoming, and they got a pretty good defense, but Toledo's gonna beat them.
All righty. All right, let's get into these New Year's 6 bowl games here, I guess. On Monday, January 1st, 2024 at 11 a.m. It's the first thing of the new year. Rephrases. On January 20. All right, I quit.
Oh my god.
My brain is on college football overload right now. Okay, Monday, January 1st, 2024 at 11 a.m. on ESPN2 from the Ray J in Tampa, Florida. It's Wisconsin traveling to take on the pesky LSU Tigers. Hunter, who do you got? Just 30 seconds.
The Heisman Trophy winner. And the points.
All right, Jude, do you want to steal on this one at all?
Upset pick of the whole season.
You see Wisconsin play?
Wisconsin is gonna come out and beat LSU 14-10.
All right, Jude, I hate to tell you this. Wisconsin's quarterback's in the transfer portal. I'm kidding. It may be.
He's just injured for the season.
Oh, all right.
Go Tigers.
All right, on Monday, January 1st, 12 p.m. from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the number 23 Liberty Flames taking on the number 8 Oregon Ducks. Lindsay, I know you're the Bo Nix guy. Is Bo Nix playing in this game? If not, is Oregon still winning? This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl.
I don't see how Oregon loses no matter who they have a quarterback. this is one of these lopsided bowl games that I don't think is going to be a whole lot of fun to watch. It'll be a walk for Oregon.
All
Bo Nix
right.
is playing, by the way. So
At 12 p.m. from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, it's the number 17 Iowa Hawkeyes traveling to take on the number 21 Volunteers from Tennessee, and Jude Santa Cruz is going to tell us who's winning this game.
The Volunteers are going to beat the Hawkeyes 10-9 in a shootout.
Wow.
10-9.
That's about the average score for Iowa lately, isn't it?
They don't give up a lot of points, I can tell you that.
I'm not going to call for a fumble or a steal here. All I'm going to say is that in this game, Torrey
You can't
Taylor
because you're out of them.
will set the record for most punting yards in CFB history. And they'll have to pause the game so we can give Torrey Taylor, Iowa's punter, a standing ovation.
All right. With that said, we need a standing ovation here from Wide Right CFB. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys a chance to win a prize pack worth the teens of dollars. So what you're going to win is you're going to win a Wide Right CFB t-shirt that looks something like this. Lindsay, hold up prize number 2, which will be a bocce ball that looks something like that. And finally, you'll win a $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. So to repeat, the questions you'll need to answer, you'll have to answer these when we get to overtime and I say answer the question. Which team in college football has the most consecutive bowl appearances? Okay. Which team has the most points in a bowl game? All right, it's 2 teams. Which teams? I guess I should have said on that one. Which teams? You don't even have to name the bowl game. You just got to name the teams. And what coach, college football coach, has the most bowl victories? So I'm going to repeat it one more time. Which team has the most consecutive college football bowl game appearances? Okay. Which teams or game has the most points in a bowl game ever? And what coach has the most bowl victories? If you answer that in overtime, you're going to win a prize pack worth the teens of dollars with a shirt from Wide Right CFB, a bocce ball that Lindsay's going to hold up one more time for us, and a $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. You and Brian Stewart will be at Buffalo Wild Wings and maybe in jail afterwards. Who knows, right? I don't know how y'all roll, but how we roll at Wide Right CFB is having a good time. So be safe out there. Tip your waitress well. Order the nachos. All right, so I guess we have to talk about the games, the bowl games of the year that do matter before we talk about the bowl games of the year that don't matter. So quickly, we're going to bang through these. Now, steals are a possibility. There's 5 of these games here that we're going to attack, not including the CFP final. I'm going to give everybody their CFP final teams. They'll be able to tell their teams and who's going to win. All right, so we're going to start first. We're going to start with the West Coast is the best coast. Lindsay, this is not you. That would be Jude.
Mm-hmm.
Jude's like, man, I hope this is the game I think it is. At 8:15 p.m. on Thursday, November. Okay, I got to start over again. Hold on, one more time. Thursday, December 28th at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. It's the number 14 Arizona Wildcats taking on the number 12 Oklahoma Sooners. Jude, who's coming home with a W?
Man, this game might be the best game out there for college football bowl season. This is going to be such a fun game to watch. What's the over-under? About 110 or something like that?
62.5.
That's, oh my God. Take the over, people. Take the over. There's no way either of these teams is going to score less than 35 points.
All right. Only thing I do know this for a fact. Dylan Gabriel is in the transfer portal.
And 2 of OU's 3 primary running backs are also in transfer portal.
Well, it's, on paper, this is one of the best games.
Danny Stutzman has said that he will wait for the draft.
I was excited to see this matchup. Now, not so much, but Arizona Wildcats, man, they're 16 points, I believe, from being undefeated this year. 2-point loss to Tennessee and 2 7-point losses to I want to say Washington and Mississippi State. Yeah, of all teams, it's like early in the season. Like, wow. But Arizona's been on fire. I mean, that 2-point loss to SC could have easily been, could have easily had SC at 6-6 because we were playing. I think that was the last of our wins to start the season. But take Arizona. I'm still going to stick with my gut, man. Take Arizona 44-41 shootout. Great game. Fun game to watch.
All righty. At 7 p.m. on Friday, December 29th. On ESPN from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic bowl game of all time. It's the Cotton Bowl Classic. It's the Goodyear Cotton Bowl featuring the number 9 Missouri Tigers and the number 7 Ohio State Buckeyes. Lindsay, who's taking home this game? You might have the best bowl game of the non-CFP games here.
This is going to be
Missouri
one worth watching.
at Ohio State.
This will be one worth watching. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a good shootout from start to finish. Perhaps even so close as to come down to whoever has the ball last. I'm going to pick the Ohio State University to win by a field goal.
That's brazen. Kyle McCord is in the transfer portal, but I still give Ohio State plenty of opportunity. Brian Day's a good coach, they'll have a good quarterback. XYZ. All right, I was going to give this to Hunter, but I'm going to go ahead and skip, and I'm going to give it to Jude at 11 a.m. This is on Saturday, December 30th, 11 a.m. on ESPN from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Hotlanta, Georgia. It's those number 11 Ole Miss Rebels traveling to take on the number 10 Penn State Nittany Lions. Jude, what do you got?
First off, explain to me how Ole Miss and Penn State, Ohio State, and Missouri are not playing on January 1st when teams like Iowa, Tennessee, Liberty, Wisconsin are. Makes absolute zero sense to me. Oh man, it irritates me because you just said Lindsay might have the best game. That's not part of the Monday matchups. I think this game's going to be a spectacular game. Penn State can score and they can play a little bit of defense. Ole Miss, man, they've been up to the challenge. Who do you all the schools in college football? Who do you think the two lost schools with the two best losses are? Ole Miss lost to Alabama and Georgia. Penn State lost to Michigan and Ohio State. I mean, it's like they're just like the what do you call them? The middle child of the Big 12 or Big 10.
Yeah, the mid majors, huh?
Yeah, it's like, come on. It irritates me. It just really irritates me. But go ahead and explain to me why did it happen, Hunter? What happened?
So what they decided to do with the advent of the playoff is that because they didn't want the playoff games to draw viewership away from the New Year's Six games, the Cotton, the Peach, the Orange, and the Fiesta, they play one of those games still on CFP Day with the whatever game ends up being, like the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl this year, for example. But the Cotton, the Peach, and the Orange Bowl get played on another day, so that way they don't have to worry about splitting viewership between the games. That way the teams get paid more money for viewership and fan attendance.
All right, sounds good. With that said, we need to move on to the big games, the big tamales.
Well, Ole Miss is going to win.
Ole Miss. I already circled them for you, Jude. You don't have to worry. I got your back on that one.
We know who you're taking.
All right. Lindsay, Hunter, and Jude, this is all three for y'all. You each get 30 seconds to answer on the next two. On Monday, January 1st, 4 p.m. on ESPN from the Rose Bowl in beautiful Pasadena, California. It's the number 4 Alabama Crimson Tide traveling to take on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Hunter, who do you got in this game and what? Or Hunter, who do you got in this game? 30 seconds.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Hunter's going with Bama. Lindsay, who do you have in this game?
Alabama has been surprising in that they've toppled some teams that I really did not think they were going to beat, but they do not have what it takes against Michigan. It's going to be Michigan on this one by probably 10 to 14 points.
Mr. Santa Cruz, who do you got in this one?
When I answer this, can I answer the next game first also?
Nope. You gotta answer this one first.
No,
Oh yeah. Next game, yeah, I'll give you the next game first.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking Michigan to beat Alabama, and there's the reason to my madness, but I'm taking Michigan to beat Alabama by 10 or by 6.
All right.
Now, go ahead and do your announcement.
I am also taking Michigan. All right, and our second one, I gotta stop real quick. We're at the 20 mark. I gotta give you all a rundown one more time. I told you every 5 minutes we're gonna finish up the fourth quarter with this one. We're gonna go into overtime. Give away our prize pack worth of teens of dollars. So, the 3 questions you need to know. Diabolical 58 is like about to hit me at the chair, I think. What team in college football has the most bowl appearances? Which game in college bowl game history has the most points? And what coach has the most bowl victories of all time? If you can answer those 3 when we start overtime, you're the winner. Boom, done. All right. With our final game, the CFP, the All-State Sugar Bowl featuring the Texas Longhorns versus the number 2 Washington Husky. Jude, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor.
The Pac-12 and back in the day, 1998, the BCS became something, and the Pac-12 and the Big Ten were the last teams to enter because they thought, we have a tradition, we have a Rose Bowl thing. Now, going back to that, I'm going to tell you the Pac-12 and the Big Ten, should never have ever joined because they always put out top-notch teams. The Rose Bowl this year could have been whatever it was back in 1998, when it was traditional bowl schedules, and the Pac-12, Pac-10, Big Ten put out the best schools every year, and it's going to be back to how it used to be, a national championship game, Michigan versus, sorry guys, Washington.
Oh. Your money spins as well as everybody else's, so I'll enjoy collecting it. All right, Lindsay. Who do you got in this
I said
game?
a lot real fast, and I don't know if I made sense, but you guys knew what I meant.
Yeah, we got you.
I want to be wrong because the team I'm going to root for is not the team I think is going to win.
You're rooting for Texas, but you're picking Washington.
Correct.
You wore the burnt orange sunglasses all year long, and now you see the Husky with this big ranking in front of them. But the team you've watched and cheered for all year that you've seen be successful against tougher competition, you're picking against. That's fine. That's fine. They're used to not having anybody pulling for them. Go ahead and pick Washington, Lindsay.
See, no, it's how I ride the fence. I can't possibly be let down then, because if Washington wins, I'm right. But if Texas wins, I feel good.
I don't feel good about being right. Just want them to win.
All right, Hunter. Roses are red, the Pacific is blue. Texas is going to kick the shit out of Washington. Let's say you.
Wow.
Oh man, this is you know who I'm gonna pick.
All right, Hunter's picking Texas. He don't want to pick the game because he don't want to jinx them. I'm picking Texas to win, and I don't want to jinx them. So Texas. So then that leads to our CFP final. Lindsay and Jude have Michigan taking on Washington 1 versus 2, and I have Michigan taking on Texas in the national championship, and Hunter has Texas taking on Alabama for the rematch. So there you have it. Now, let's get into the pressing. Who wants to give away some prizes? I'm excited. I got goosebumps right now. Who's ready to win? I'm going over to banners right now. Here we go. Where's it at? Oh, I just lost it. It's overtime, folks. All right. Which college football team has the most consecutive bowl appearances? Which bowl game had the most points ever scored? And who's the coach with the most victories in bowl victories? Give me those. Enjoy your prize. Let's shut this down. All right. We're actually losing people here. And then we'll go over the games of the year that do not matter. Games of the year that do not matter.
Man. No, while we're waiting for a winner, Alabama's going to win the national championship. I just wanted to get my Pac-10, Big Ten thing out because I always hated the fact that they started the BCS. Used to love to watch the Pac-10 champion play the Big Ten champion in the Rose Bowl. My mom and I still watch the Rose Bowl every year. I used to watch it. Now it's just whoever's playing. And if it could be like that again, I would be happy. But I do like playoffs too, so it's going to be fun. But I'm just kind of a traditionalist. I hate change.
I
we
miss
should
the
just
Southwest Conference.
We should put names in a pot and draw names from a pot.
Michigan is going to get smashed by 30, honestly. And I'm thinking Texas and Washington is probably a toss-up. I mean, I think that can go either way. I think it's going to be a good game. Washington doesn't really do it for me, but they just seem to do what it takes to win. I don't know why. They play these ugly, close games, but they just get by. But it doesn't matter.
Jude, I'm going to give you
the Kansas State game.
I'm going to give you a score for Michigan and Alabama. You ready for it? It's going to be a pretty good score. 24-20 Michigan. 24-20. And Alabama's going to have a defensive touchdown as well. All right, if nobody picks these names or nobody answers this question right by the 1:30 mark, I'm going to take everybody who's in the chat. I'm going to put your name into a bowl. I'm going to stir it up, and I'm going to pick a winner. And I don't care who it is. Bocce, Brian Stewart, Patsy B, Buluket. I don't care. Whoever I pick, whose ever name I pick, if we don't get it by 1:30, if I don't get an answer to the question, I'm picking Bocce timed out. I'm picking a winner. Power Stroke Jude can win this. Lindsay could win this. I don't care. I'm giving this stuff away.
I just want to say I think it's criminal that you're putting Kansas and UNLV as a bowl game that doesn't matter.
All right, so let's get to the bowl games that don't matter.
Oklahoma State too?
Smart ass here. Well, you'll understand why in just a second. Because my son and I had a talk today earlier, and he said some blasphemous in my home. He goes, "Dad, if my son got a scholarship to play quarterback at Texas A&M, I still wouldn't do the whole gay sway they do." And I'm like, "You know what, son? I thought I raised you better. You'd let your son."
Say gay.
I said gay. All right. So the less than optimal sway that Texas. Did you watch the Mike Elko introductory press conference? I mean, like, I felt like I was watching like a cult. I felt like there were snakes going to fall from the ceiling or something. And I have friends that are A&M fans. I don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go and profess my burnt orange love to them. They shouldn't profess their. Oh, we got another game to cover first. Hold on a second. I'm totally shitting the bed on this one here. G5 Bowl Game of the Year. Who wants the G5 Bowl Game of the Year? Anybody want to guess the G5 Bowl Game of the Year? Hunter will know because, I just love this team. Hunter, go ahead and inform America of the G5 Bowl Game of the Year.
Oh, wait. I didn't plan ahead. Someone else pick.
All right. I'll pick. It's the – I can't even – Lindsay, the New Mexico Bowl. It's the Isleta New Mexico Bowl featuring the New Mexico State Aggies taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs at 4:45 p.m. on ESPN. This game happens Saturday, December 16th, from University Stadium in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque. We took a wrong turn, Albuquerque. I'm taking the New Mexico State Aggies. They're my favorite team right now. Not named the Texas Longhorns or the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Go New Mexico State.
I agree.
All right. The people are forcing my hands. Nobody's answered, so I'm just throwing names into a hat. I'm just getting started right now.
Let me answer the questions.
Well, hold on a second. We gotta wait till the 30 mark. You gotta wait another minute and a half. Gotta wait another minute.
Texas State and Rice is pretty good for that G5 game of the week.
Nah, but not New Mexico State's the G5 game of the year.
Hey,
Look, Texas State gets knocked down a notch because this guy can't stand me screaming. He thinks he gets to see what it was like to grow up with him watching UT football.
Hey, we talked about this. Don't put me on
Brian,
blast.
Do a quick Google search and you can take a date to be those with you.
Hey, look, y'all got like less than a minute to answer this question, or I'm picking a winner out. I'm writing names down right now. I'm not even going to risk it.
Lindsay, is it fair for me to say that you and I are on the same page that had the 4 best football teams in college football been put in the 4-team playoff, that Alabama and Georgia would be playing for the national championship in their rematch?
No, Texas is still winning Natty.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
you can
think we're on
call
the same
Alabama
page,
a
yeah.
better team than the team that beat them in their own house by 10.
I didn't say Texas was out. I said that
Oh.
Alabama and Georgia would beat whoever's in front of them to play each other again.
I would agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jude, watch the chat. I'm writing names down right now. So if
All right.
somebody pops in with an answer in the next, well, it's at a minute 30. Has anybody answered it yet?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna fold up names, entertain you with my stupid human tricks, and let's see. Oh, we got a new comment. What does it say?
Dude, are you going live later? Inquiring minds would like to know.
Oh yeah, boo, I probably am. I told
Christian
Ken-
was here. Did we not say hi to Christian?
I said hi,
How did I
Christian.
miss Christian?
What's up, Christian?
Where is he?
Well, he was in here earlier. He's probably talking to his girlfriend right now. I think he's got more than one.
He's got a girlfriend?
Yep.
He's got a girlfriend and a workout program.
What?
Yeah, he's taking the workout program pretty serious. So as for his birthday, he's got a
How old
birthday on Sunday. He's gonna be 13, 14. What are you when you're in 8th grade?
13.
13. Maybe 13. So he wanted only workout stuff for his birthday. That's how serious he's taking it. Only workout stuff. So I've scrolled the chat here. Scroll the chat. I've got all the names. I'm going to throw them in a hat. I'm going to stir them up. And the winner's going to be the winner. And everybody else, man, thanks.
You're going to win whether you like it or not.
The answers were for the
All right.
most.
Did anybody answer the question?
No.
Brian has another entry.
Lindsay Coyle, and Lindsay Coyle.
And
Well,
Pat,
he's definitely. Oh, and you're playing
Pat's
for
riding backwards
some
in the car of life
some
right now.
ball wash or what are we doing? What is that stuff called? Parts cleaner.
Parts
There you
cleaner.
go.
Parts clean.
Parts cleaner. I call it ball wash.
You can call it whatever you like.
So the
Well, I
the
mean, unless you have
questions were
chesticles, you know what I mean?
most
You either have testicles or chesticles.
most consecutive bowl appearances by a team, the highest scoring bowl game, or the teams that played in it,
I'm using Bocce's hat right now. Bocce's hat. They're all going in here. I'm stirring the
and
pot here.
and the
Who do
third
y'all want to
question
win?
was
Let's say that.
What coach has the most bowl victories? The answer to the first question is that Florida State has the most consecutive bowl appearances, 34 or 36. I don't remember exactly.
All right. Are y'all ready to pick a winner?
Well, let's get the other two answers real quick.
The second answer was the 2001 GMAC Bowl between Marshall and Eastern Carolina. They played 64-61. And then finally, I gave two answers for this, depending on if you recognize one of the coaches or not. The coaches with the most bowl victories, Joe Paterno technically is number one with 24 bowl victories, but I know a lot of people disregard what he's done. And number two is Bobby Bowden with 22.
All right. I drew this name from the hat.
Good
No
stuff.
funny business here. Would y'all like to know who the winner of the Wide Right CFB end of season giveaway is?
It's
Of
I know it right now. I want y'all to guess.
Christian.
No.
Boo.
Diabolical.
Bocce.
No. They're all good guesses, but no. Bocce's already won. Technically, she can't win again, but I put her name in the drawing anyways. Let's
East Coast
say a big
Pat.
win to
CB.
Pat CB.
Congratulations, Pat.
Hey, even if you don't want to win, you win. We
you got it whether you
pick the
want or not.
winner. Yeah. So I'm going to put my email in there. All you have to do is email me at widerightcfb@gmail.com. I'm putting it in the chat right now. We're going to go over 3 more bowl games, and we're calling it a season.
Until we
And I want to give a shout out. So, like I said, we have a unsolicited sponsor in Bocce's Blankets and More, and another one in Lazy South Design. Also, Pat CB, I need your shirt size for your shirt. So let me know.
Diets.
Shirt size. Shirt size. BW's. You get the BW's gift card and the bocce ball. Lindsay showed what the bocce ball looks like.
Shirt size.
And you won that.
macho.
There you go. Pat, thank you to everybody for watching this year. We got a little bit of show left, so let's go over the games of the year bowl games of the year that do not matter. And the first one's the Guaranteed Rate Bowl from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, featuring the Kansas Jayhawks versus the UNLV Rebels. Hunter, what do you got in this one? I don't care what the answer is because I still think
Hawk Chalk Jayhawk.
Kansas doesn't have an offensive coordinator.
Don't need one. Yeah,
All right.
the last
No, he went to Baylor. He went to Baylor, didn't he? Oh, no, that's where Spavital went. Never mind. Who cares? All right. Jude, who you picking in this game?
Kansas State.
Kansas State's not playing this. This is Kansas.
Kansas.
Oh, I mean, that's right. You said Kansas. That's the game I started to pick. Yeah, Kansas. That's the one. Kansas UNLV. Yeah, Kansas gonna kill them.
All right, Lindsay, who you picking in this one?
It's got to be Kansas. There's no way UNLV competes.
All right, on Thursday, December 28th at 1:15 p.m. on ESPN from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it's the Hitmen from Rutgers taking on the Hurricanes from Miami. The reason why this game doesn't matter is because they're playing at a baseball stadium, and I couldn't do two baseball stadiums in one. I won't watch this game. I'd rather watch a game at Boise. I'd rather watch I'd rather the national championship game be at Boise or Eastern Washington before watching this game at Yankee Stadium. That's how much I don't want to watch on a baseball field. So, quickly, 10 seconds each. Lindsay, who do you have in this game and why?
Well, it's hard to hate a bowl game that's named the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, but I'm going to go ahead and hate it anyway and say that Miami will beat Rutgers by 2 touchdowns and maybe a field goal.
Jude, what do you got?
I'm taking Rutgers because Jersey's just the hop, skip, and a jump away from the Bronx. So let's go Rutgers.
All right, Hunter. I know who Hunter's going with the
Rutgers.
Hitman. Rutgers. All right, and then the bowl game of the year that does not matter. Who would like to pick this game? The number one bowl game of the year that does not matter. Who would like to pick it? Who'd like to guess what game it is?
Versus
There's never been an easier
in the Texas Bowl.
And you know why? Because I fucking said so. That's why. I was kidding.
Because
Dad, if you're watching, I
half
apologize
the
for my
starters
language.
are in the portal.
Half the A&M starters are on Texas campus right now.
No, only 2 of them are.
3. All right. Look, I'm not going to pick this game because I couldn't be fair to either team. I'm just hoping for a tie. Lindsay,
I'm going
who
to
do you got?
go
For the bowl game that doesn't matter, it's got so many of them don't. But I'm going to know the one that matters least of all. Georgia State and Utah State and the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
No, you got to pick the game. the one I announced.
What?
You can't
I'm
pick
so
your own
confused
game.
right
This is. I told you who was in the game.
Wait, are we not picking the game that doesn't matter?
Do you not pay attention?
I might be half asleep right
He
now.
gave us the game that doesn't matter. He wants our picks for who's going to win.
I may have been asleep.
Oh my God.
I'm really tired right now, and I don't know what's going on.
Lindsay isn't dying.
Let's pretend like I just woke up and explain this
Had
again.
a stroke.
All right, Lindsay. The final game of the year, the game of the year that does not matter.
Yeah.
Is Texas A&M versus Oklahoma State
Oh.
in the Tax Act Texas Bowl.
Really? That one doesn't matter? All right. Well,
Yes, I'm being fair. It was Coach's pick here.
My phone's getting nice, so I will use his.
I think A&M might pull this one out and upset Oklahoma State. Not by much, maybe a field goal, maybe a touchdown at the most. I see it a low-scoring affair, but I see the upset going to A&M.
Why are you sitting over my shoulder? Oh. He can't hear anything right now, so if you have anything nice to say about him, don't say it. But now's the time to say it if you want to say something mean.
You just might go back and watch the video.
Jude, did you pick a winner on this? I think I fell asleep. Whatever Lindsay's got,
Yeah.
rub it off.
I'm going to take Oklahoma State. And you know why I'm going to take Oklahoma State?
Why is that?
Because they're going to be prepared for this game. You know why they're going to be prepared for this game? Because it's
Why is
not in the murals.
It's the Big 12.
It's the Big 12. It's not in the murals.
All right, Hunter. It's time to wrap this. We're going to be back for the pregame on the national championship game when Texas is about to whoop Michigan's ass. So, Hunter, till then, Hunter's not going to be here. He's not going to be here. So, this is the last time we're going to see Hunter on Wider ICFB this season.
Yep.
Hunter, go ahead and say your goodbyes and get out of my screen.
All right. Well, one, Oklahoma State is going to win this game because Mike Leach is a man. He's also, I think, 54 now.
Who?
And-
Mike who?
Mike
Rest in
Leach.
peace. Mike Gundy.
Mike Gundy. All right.
Mike Leach.
Did he hear my in the
Yeah.
murals comment? He would have laughed.
Anyway,
No, he didn't hear. Here, hold on a second. Jude, tell him real quick.
No, I said, you know why they're going to win? Because it's the
Why
Big
they
12 and it's not in the murals.
Mike McIntyre.
That wasn't Mike McIntyre.
I was
Dan Hawkins.
But they're both bad Colorado coaches.
It's the Big 12.
Take those off. That is.
Oh, man.
I don't know how you could hear it. No wonder your hearing sucks. It's way too loud.
It's the only way I can hear. All right, say your goodbyes for the season.
All right. As always, in order of importance, go Navy, beat Army, hook 'em horns, and eat 'em up cats.
All right. Hunter's going to peace out. All right.
Night, Hunter.
West
Take care,
Coast
man.
is the best coast. Jude, for the last time this season.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's been a fun season for a lot of you. For me, it was only a fun first half of the first 6 weeks of the season. Anyways, we are SC. Fight on and be us for victory always. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It was great to have you along with us all season long. Stay tuned as we wrap up the year and with a couple of more episodes we got coming up. But I can't thank you enough for joining in and sharing the laughs with us. Remember, you can't spell college football without ball.
Wash.
And just remember, you can get your ball wash from coiltools.com. All right, guys. Hey, what can I say? Thank you to everybody that's tuned in the whole season. Bocce, our number one fan. Thank you for being there for us. All you guys that are out there, Diabolical 58, Brian Stewart, Cajun Coin Hunter, Pat CB, who else ever? Eek, Tony from HR, everybody I forgot. Thank you so much for tuning in the whole season. We couldn't have done it without you guys. My camera's really hazy right now for some reason. You see that or my vision's failing? One or the other. But I digress. Season 2 in the books. We'll see you in August. Well, we'll see you before then, but season 3. I don't know. We'll get a straw poll from the guys here in a minute. Y'all coming back or not? At least lie to me while we're on the live.
I'll be back.
All right. So, like I said, remember, choose a tool. Don't be one. No, I'm kidding. Every once in a while, I throw an Easter egg out there. No, I'm but all serious. I want to thank everybody for joining us. It's been a great season. Without you guys, it wouldn't have made it as all fun. Thank you to the winners, Bocce, Pat CB, JWC Tech, and Brian Stewart. Thank you for your patronage, and congratulations on the win. And remember, the team that scores the most points always wins the game. Thanks for watching. And I hit the damn dictionary button again.